All right, so today we're going to do a quick video on how we met. Our versions are slightly different, but overall it's the same story. So proceed.
All right, so we're gonna take you back to the summer 2010 in Washington D.C., starting in the land of Twitter. And one day during the work week, I just randomly put out there like, "Hey, anybody want to meet up for happy hour in D.C.?" And next thing I knew, someone was in my DMs talking to me and was asking, if Woodbridge was too far or something like that. But remember, this 10 years ago.
So
we just
the true version is I had created a fake account, a fake Twitter account. Long story short, I had one where I was bashing my job. A coworker wanted me to show them how to use Twitter, so I created a fake account. I didn't even take time to create like a real profile picture, but in order to make it seem legit, I started following people locally, which Twitter allowed at the time. And she was one of the people, I don't even know how I found her, but she's one of the people I followed. I thought she was a teacher, actually. So anyway, she made a post about something about long distance. I forgot exactly what the post was. Again, this 10 years ago. But I remember saying something to the effect, is Woodbridge far enough to be considered long distance? And I think she replied, and it went from there. So this whole who wants to go to happy hour, that didn't come until later. But I forgive her for that because, again, it was 10 years ago.
It all happened in the same day, evening on Twitter. Do we agree on that?
Yeah, but your order was out of order.
No. So, since I'm telling the truth, within that message, we also agreed that I was going to bring a book, Freakonomics, suggests for him to read. So in that short period of time, we both realized that we both were avid readers. So that was pretty cool.
I was faking the funk.
Oh.
Proceed.
So we agreed to meet at La Tosca after work. And, I don't know this guy with this horrible Twitter picture, but it's like, hey, let's just, whoever want to come out and hang out, that's fine. That was always the vibe, in my opinion, in DC. So whatever, people just have a good time. Anywho, so met at La Tosca. I brought a friend just in case he didn't show up. So I have
before we get there, we must point out that I really wasn't an avid reader. I liked reading. I actually made one of my goals to start reading more. And again, she didn't like my picture. I thought her picture was unattractive as well. So this wasn't no thing where, oh man, check this girl out, I want to meet. It wasn't nothing like that. It really was, and people don't believe it to this day, it really was we meeting up to exchange a book that she thought was a good book to read. And yeah, didn't think nothing about it really.
That is true. Left work from Georgetown, went to Chinatown to La Tosca. My friend was there. We had already started, ordering our food and our beverages for the evening at happy hour. And, just so happened, I may have noticed that he clearly wasn't on time.
So,
here you come with craziness.
I'm telling the truth.
Go ahead.
I was late because my mentor, all the time my mentor would have these great conversations with me, and I didn't like interrupting her. So we was having a conversation, and again, I didn't find her picture attractive, so it was like, I'm not about to stop my mentor from talking to go meet some girl I don't think attractive. So I let my mentor finish what she was doing, and then when she got done, I went to La Tosca. But yeah, I was late. But again, this was just simply meeting to exchange a book, so I really wasn't thinking much of it.
Anywho,
but I apologize.
Back to the truth. So, eating, drinking, with people at the bar. And I don't know what made me turn around and look, but just what happened, I turned my head towards the door. And next thing you know, here comes like this tall, handsome, dark chocolate man, the broad shoulders.
Without the belly.
It's sunny, so you got the sun hitting him while he walk off the DC street in the blue and white, checkered shirt. And I was like, oh, okay, well, but you got to play it cool. I'm like, oh, okay, well, at least he decided, he came, he could enjoy happy hour, but not giving him any other kind of, vibe. And of course, he looked a little like, okay, I think I'm in the right place.
Yeah, I didn't go out like that. I first of all, I didn't drink like that either. I drink with my line brothers, but yeah. So when I got there, I really wasn't sure if I was in the right spot. And what made me further confused was the person at the bar didn't look like the person I saw in the picture. So I was like, okay, this is not going to go well because there's no way this fine girl going to want to talk to me. She's going to be upset. She's wasting her time with me. But, so I was nervous. But, someone was already under the influence, I would say, in a kind way. So, that made me relax just a tad bit. But again, a guy like me, an average guy coming in with a fine girl like that, I was like, this isn't going to go anywhere. So, it was interesting.
I think about it, you were actually kind of shy.
Yeah.
I don't think you said stuff, but I don't think you were like, shh. Probably not like how I was.
Not even close.
Yeah. You did order food.
That she ate.
That I ate and I enjoyed. I don't even think you even drunk any of this sangria. You were very sober.
I was sober. But
you were sober. You like, okay.
Definitely
May have had a glass of sangria. I had about 3 or 4 pitchers, which is no problem with that. Good times in DC. And then we departed. Like you went your train and I went on my train because we went in 2 different trains.
Yeah. So and that was the story on essentially how we met. It went from Twitter to us going to Latasca to me thinking she wouldn't want me to 10 years later we have 2 kids and happily married.
Yay.